Hey guys! The keynote is so close. We just got to do slide 45, okay? See you soon.
Hey, Laura, have you seen Justine?
Yeah, I just got off the phone with her. She's on the way.
We're only 97% done.
97% done.
We got this. Okay, if we just add 2 slides to the slide deck, that should... Oh, perfect. Here, come.
On the very first try, and you can't quite believe it, but it seems that it works. When the sun shines and the birds sing and the thing gets pinged from the other thing, well, you just can't beat that feeling when it works. All of the hours of troubleshooting fade. The painful integrations, the YAML indentations, none of it matters on that glorious day when it works. When the build turns green and it works. After 17 attempts and 7 meetings, it works, it finally works. When the tests pass, when the job succeeds, you're back on track, you're out of the weeds, or you just can't beat that feeling. Knowing it was impossible alone. Working on something bigger, pulling that final trigger, helping the whole team bring it home. And it works. There's a pride and joy when it works. When that small deploy rolls out across production, and everything works. When the teams click and the stars align and the moving parts are moving right on time, oh, you just can't beat that feeling. Can't help but chase that feeling when it works. When it works.
Please welcome to the stage Head of Marketing, Agile and DevOps Solutions, Justine Davis.
The painful integrations, the YAML
Hello,
indentations,
Vegas!
none of it matters on
That was a really intense commute to stage and interesting, might I add. And also, try getting that song out of your head for the rest of the day, because it's pretty catchy. If it took that many teams to create this keynote, can we stop and think for a minute how many teams that you think it takes to create your iPhone or Netflix? That's why Atlassian exists. We help teams do what's impossible alone. I'm Justine, and I head up marketing for Agile and DevOps Solutions. And in the next 30 minutes, we're going to cover a lot. First, we'll show you a live demo of our newest product that takes product discovery to the next level. Then, Suzie Prince, who is our head of product for DevOps, will walk you through DevSecOps and release management updates that let your teams really use the best tool for the job. And one of our customers will share how Compass has completely transformed their engineering culture for the better. And last, you'll get to see me again, and we'll walk you through how connecting all of those teams and all of their tools into our platform will give you an end-to-end view and roll-up of data that will make your jaw drop and help leaders make better decisions. At Atlassian, we really believe that beautiful software is built by skilled craftspeople that work together as teams. But those teams need to be able to choose the best and latest tool for the job. It's the only way to hire and retain talent, get the best outcomes, and stay ahead. Atlassian is the only open player, helping your teams and data get together on one platform and the entire software lifecycle across any team and any tool. And the best analogy that I can think of to really explain to you about why this approach is both unique and important is actually Mint. So I use Mint because I have finances strewn everywhere, across savings and retirement accounts, 401ks, you name it. And it's really hard to keep track of. So rather than log into each one of these websites, I counted before this, I actually have 15, and pull the data, put it in a spreadsheet, and try to make sense of how much money I actually have, Mint helps me pull it together on one platform. So I just plug those tools in once, and then I automatically get an up-to-date roll-up of my finances. And this helps me make really important life decisions, like if I can afford to pay off my mortgage, or more importantly, if I can afford to go see Taylor Swift's Eras Tour for the second time, which I can't, and even if I could, there's no tickets left, unfortunately. That is what Atlassian does for collaborating on work. Atlassian's platform provides end-to-end visibility and brings product, IT, and business teams together in a way no other vendor can across the entire software delivery cycle, from discovery to delivery and to operations. So let's get into it and figure out how to make it work, like the opening song said. Want to know what the most expensive feature is to build? The wrong one. Product managers, like many of you here, have a really hard job. You're fielding product ideas from literally everyone, and then you're vetting those ideas, you're prioritizing them, and then you're road mapping them. It's no big deal, right? Except product managers are constantly being pulled in different directions, nonstop. So product managers are endlessly updating ideas in outdated spreadsheets or slide decks or whiteboards, or worse, they never even write them down. It gets stuck in their head. They need a place to organize their ideas, prioritize, collaborate on them, share them with stakeholders, and see their impact. And here it is. You're now looking at Jira Product Discovery, your new home for product ideas. No more endless backlogs, no more constant updates to the org. Now product managers and the teams that they work with, like sales or marketing or engineering, leadership, whoever it may be, have one place to collaborate on product ideas. So kind of everybody gets to contribute towards the success of the product, which is awesome. Jira Product Discovery helps product managers stay one step ahead so that they can focus on what really matters and what got them into product in the first place, building products that customers love. And now I'm going to introduce you to Suzie Prince, who's going to join me on stage to actually do a live demo of Jira Product Discovery. We all know how well that went for Steve Jobs when he unveiled the iPhone 4 and could not connect it to the internet, or for Elon Musk when he was touting that the glass was unbreakable, and then surprise, when he hit it, the glass broke. But we're going to do it anyways. So, Suzie, let's see what you have to show us.
When it works, all of the hours of troubleshooting fade. The painful integrations.
Thank you, Justine. I hope it wasn't you who signed me up for this, but fingers crossed that the demo gods are with me. I'd like to start this demo of Jira Product Discovery in Confluence. This is a user feedback interview, and it has some really great feedback about how we might be able to improve our onboarding experience with things like templates. I want to make sure that I share this feedback with my team. In the past, I would have done this by creating a document, collecting all my favorite customer quotes. I would name the document something, I would forget the name of the document, and the feedback would be lost forever. But this is feedback that I don't want to lose. It's from one of our most important customers that you know all too well. It's global superstar Taylor Swift. Luckily, Remembering to share feedback with Jira Product Discovery is super easy. So I just highlight the text that I want to share. I go to the Jira Product Discovery Chrome extension. I select the product discovery idea I want to associate it with. In this case, it's onboarding templates. You can see it pulled in a link to this Confluence page and a snippet of the feedback. And all I do is click Add. It's that easy to connect customer insights to our product discovery ideas. Then, when I go over to Jira Product Discovery, here we can see all of the ideas myself and my product team are working on. If I look at the onboarding templates idea and the Insights tab, I can see that feedback right here so that anyone looking at this idea has the same context that I did, and all the feedback is together. The other great thing about Jira Product Discovery is that I can create multiple customized views so that I can hone in on my product ideas. I can customize those views using the fields in Jira Product Discovery so that I can look at the information that matters most. I can either use the fields that are already created, or I can create a new one using things like custom sliders or custom formulas. Let me show you some of the views I've created. Here is the impact assessment view. This allows me to look at the impact and insights associated with all of my ideas as I learn more about them. Here we can see that the onboarding templates idea has been requested by 14 of our key customers. In order to make product discovery a team sport and avoid any bad blood with my teammates, I've also created this stakeholder feedback view. On this view, my teammates can vote for the ideas they're most interested in building. You can see that the onboarding templates idea already has 10 votes. I've also created this impact versus effort matrix view, which allows me to see the impact of the ideas over the effort it is to build and deliver them. On this view, we can clearly see that one of those ideas is a standout idea. It has a high impact with a medium effort to deliver. It's our onboarding templates idea. It seems like this is an idea we should really work on, so I'm going to move to the roadmap view so that I can plan this work. Here, on the roadmap view, I'm going to simply move the onboarding templates idea from next to now, and I will update all of my stakeholders that we intend to work on this idea next. One of the other great things about Jira Product Discovery is that I can tailor-make the roadmap views to share with different stakeholders. I want to share the roadmap with my boss. She is most interested in when we will be working on these ideas and the goals that these ideas roll up to. So I have created this tailor-made view just for her. Sharing roadmaps in Jira Product Discovery is as simple as 2 clicks. I click on Share, I copy the link, and then I can share it wherever I want to. Now I'd like to move from the discovery phase to the delivery phase. In the past, when I was moving from discovery to delivery, I would have to recreate all of these customer insights and feedbacks when I was creating issues inside Jira software. But with Jira Product Discovery, everything has changed. It's really easy to connect the insights and the feedbacks from Jira Product Discovery into the issues inside Jira software. Here, on the onboarding templates idea, I go to the Delivery tab. I select Add a Delivery Ticket. Here, I can search for epics in Jira. In this case, I'm going to search for the template epic, select it, and simply click Add. Now, all of that context and information that I've learned during the discovery phase is associated with those issues inside Jira software. So now, my engineering team know not just what we're building, but why we are building it. And I can also see all of the delivery progress right inside Jira Product Discovery. What's also great is that any stakeholders viewing this work inside either Jira Product Discovery or Jira Software can also get all of that context so that they can make informed decisions as well as I can. Well, looks like the demo gods were kind to me, and that's it for now. We know that building software is not easy. But Jira Product Discovery makes building the right thing a hell of a lot easier. You can get access to all of this great product discovery support in Jira Product Discovery today. Join up for our early access program. Now, I'm happy to share with you some of the updates that we're bringing to our open DevOps framework. We just walked you through how product managers and stakeholders come together to prioritize great ideas. But delivery is where we bring those ideas to life and ship value to our customers. We've got different teams: dev, design, and security, all coming together to work on the same goal, but each bringing something a little different. They all need to be able to choose the right tools for the job. But all those different, disconnected tools can lead to teams working in silos. And tool sprawl becomes a real problem. There are just so many tools everywhere, all the time. So much of the market is trying to convince you to buy all their tools from them to solve this problem. That gives you only so many tools and only so many ways you can put them together. But appealing as that might sound, buying a one-size-fits-all product just isn't the way to go. Just like that time that Justine decided to try Pert Plus 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Sorry, Justine, it was not your best hair day. The reality is that no one software vendor can solve for all the tools your teams need. And anyone who says they can is probably misguided. All-in-one tools only have limited flexibility and customization, but they also require your teams to rip out the tools they already know and start over with something new. So, you're like Neo in The Matrix when he's offered the choice between the red pill and the blue pill. Do you rip out and replace all your tools with an all-in-one? Or do you stick with your disconnected tool chain and try to make it work? Well, surprise option C. You don't have to take either pill. It's a false choice. At Atlassian, we believe something different. We believe that skilled craftspeople like you and your teams need access to the best tools to do their job. It's the only way that you can hire the best talent, get the best outcomes, and stay ahead. Our open DevOps framework gives you the best of both worlds, or the best of both pills. It has the flexibility to create a custom toolchain in a lot less time, with the seamless coordination and visibility that you expect from an all-in-one. Atlassian and our partners have done all the hard work bringing it together on the back end. And if you're a Jira admin, all you have to do is click a few buttons to connect your tools. We further save you time with bi-directional automation across the entire toolchain. Imagine you're delivering a project from beta into GA. When the work moves in progress, we can automatically create a feature flag for you in Launch Darkly. We can also create a branch in GitHub. Then, when the work is transitioned from in progress to done, automation can automatically help you create release notes in Confluence. You can even build automations with tools like Slack, like the one we have here at Atlassian. We call this the Slack of shame. If a pull request goes over 3 days without being approved, a message is sent to our team channel, and the approver is asked to wear the cone of shame. Sorry, Justine, those hits just keep on coming. Today, I am really excited to announce that we are expanding our open DevOps framework to help teams move forward with DevSecOps with the Security tab in Jira. It pulls in data from whatever security vendor you use and creates a holistic view into vulnerabilities impacting your product. These vulnerabilities automatically link to Jira issues with the context needed to fix them. Let's walk through an example. Your team receives the latest vulnerability scan from Sneak, and it contains new vulnerabilities. Your security team and your developers filter the vulnerabilities and decide which ones to fix. Combining automation and security, the issue is pre-filled with all of the vulnerability context and assigned to a developer. Please join us in creating this product by signing up for our early access program for Jira, Security in Jira today. In February, we announced updates to our Releases Hub that helps your teams stay on top of releases. Since then, over 230,000 users a month have used this feature. Let me show you why. What you see on this screen is something that no other vendor can provide. We connect cross-functional teams with clarity on what is shipping, what is executing against a release in a single screen. No more expensive coordination, no-go meetings. It all happens right here in Jira software, and it shrinks your release coordination from hours to minutes. Here, you can see a team plan what assets and dashboards they need to prepare before they make a release, assigning that work to the correct teams. Releases Hub also provides you with powerful automation to customize the criteria that needs to be complete prior to shipping a release. So if you need approvals or there are deployments that need to be made, feature flags turned on and release notes created, we can bring that all together for you. So before you know it, you will be shipping value to your customers and popping bottles at the launch party. Now, let me hand back over to Justine, who will talk you through the operations phase.
Good job. Thank you, Suzie. Actually not really sure I want to be thanking her right now with the depths of my Facebook page that she combed through for some of those pictures, but we will discuss that later. I'm just kidding. Can we give it up for Suzie? Because doing a live demo is pretty hard. All right. Atlassian is currently tracking over 17,000 software components for our cloud portfolio of products. 17,000. I have a hard enough time keeping track of my 5 phone chargers in my house, so needless to say, keeping track of that many application architectures, understanding who owns what, dependencies, and the health of these services was getting really impossible for our engineers. The cognitive load will break even the most seasoned engineer. Oh my gosh, it really needs to make my Facebook page private. Inspired by our internal dev portal at Atlassian for our dev teams, we built Compass to help with this cognitive load for all of you. It's completely transformed our engineering culture for the better. Compass is 3 things. The first is a component catalog that'll show you who owns each component, up and downstream dependencies, all associated documentation, activity streams, and more. So when a product team needs to leverage a service, they just go into Compass, they grab all the patterns, all the documentation, and they can get started straight away. And they can also see who owns that service, so they know exactly who to ask for questions when they have them. And the second thing that Compass is a DevOps health tool. There are really well-known best practices for DevOps teams in a you build it, you run it world. You guys might have been through it. There's a lot of trials and tribulations that you go through in order to learn those best practices. And if you haven't gone through it, we don't really want you to. Our goal with Compass is to speed up that learning curve. Compass's health tool provides best practices in the scorecards, so you can really codify them as part of your workflow right off the bat. So your teams can then do things with that health tool like a CheckOps ritual. Essentially, when a sprint ends, you can check it and see if all of the spikes in incidents or declining metrics are impacting your team's effectiveness or not. And also, in an incident, all the data that your developers see in Compass is actually the same data that your on-call engineer is going to see in Jira Service Management, with service links and incident events showing up on your component pipelines. That reduces the time it takes to resolve an incident from hours to minutes, which is essential when your hair is on fire and you're running all over the place. And the third thing that Compass is an extensibility engine. We want you to be able to customize Compass and really make it your own, have it fit your own unique needs for your dev teams. And coming soon, when developers go to spin up a new service, they can use templates in Compass to create new components. So these templates will come with pre-configured repositories or best practice CI/CD workflows, boilerplate code, and all the default scorecards and metrics in one place. Makes it a lot quicker to get started. And with all that, Compass is now the largest developer experience portal in the world. Yay. And I know I can say that all day, But rather than hear from us, I'd actually really like to show you a video from one of our customers. His name is David. He's the VP of Engineering at ExpressVPN, and they have rolled out Compass their entire engineering org. So he's here to tell you some of the benefits that they've gotten from doing that.
We've gone through the journey of most successful startups, where our system started really small and simple. But as we scaled up, it became harder and harder to keep track of all of our different system components. When solving this problem, we knew we wanted to preserve a culture of team autonomy while still giving everybody the ability to access shared content. So we moved to Compass as a single source of truth for our component catalog. Now, all teams across our globally distributed organization know exactly where to look when they want to find out more about a service or component. Thanks to Compass, our teams and technical leadership have a better understanding of the overall health score of the components they're working on, and we can spot potential problems earlier. It's also made it much easier to standardize our health SLAs across the organization, so we can easily answer questions like, when was the last time a security review was done on this component? Or, how many people have been trained in disaster recovery? One of the main things we have to ask ourselves about any new tool is, does this make our developers happier? With Compass, we can confidently say yes. Our developers are able to maintain autonomy over their services and keep up best practices. But most importantly, we've reduced cognitive load by getting things out of our heads and into one unified place.
Thanks, David. My favorite line in that is, does this tool help make our developers happier? And with Compass, we can confidently say yes. That's all what we're striving for. So as you can see, Compass helps us really thrives at scale for both Atlassian's engineers and our customers like ExpressVPN. So we'd love for you to go give it a try today. Okay, so we've discovered that there is a massive amount of tools that cover the entire software development lifecycle, from discovery to delivery to operations. Now, what are you supposed to do with that? You need a platform that's going to surface the insights across all of those teams and all of their tools, so you can answer really critical business decisions. Similar to my Mint analogy earlier, I needed a platform to surface all my finances to me so that I knew what I was working with and could make calls on what I wanted to do. And any leadership team will ask really similar questions once they get to this point. Like, where do I even look to see what value is being delivered to our customers? What's the ROI? Where are the bottlenecks in our software delivery process? What's our developer effectiveness and efficiency? And companies spend a lot of time and money collecting the data in order to answer these questions. But all of those tools really create fragmented data silos that really block data analysts from making dashboards for leadership to really take action on. I really like this quote that says, "The price of light is less than the cost of darkness." Leadership is essentially making decisions in the dark without knowing the whole story. To solve this problem, first you've got to have the data, kind of a no-brainer. Then you got to sync it and invest in resources in order to parse it and store it. And second, leadership needs a way to actually view all of that data that you've just spent time collecting, so they can make real-time decisions about budget, capacity, bottlenecks. To answer these questions, you actually need a player that sits over the top of the software development lifecycle, so that you can connect the strategy via the data. So what you need is a value stream management layer, or VSM. And by 2026, actually 80% of organizations will use VSM to ensure what's shipping is actually aligned with business priorities. Seems like that would be easy, and it is with VSM. And Atlassian is one of the strongest BSM players there is. And we have a central nervous system of Jira software, Jira Align, and the industry's only open tool chain of data. Earlier today, we shared that Atlassian Analytics is now generally available. So now I'm going to show you some of the powerful ways that combining Atlassian Analytics with Jira Align can really help you answer some of those critical business questions, even for the largest enterprise. This new data source creates a really powerful foundation of connected data that runs through all of our tools. So you're able to track all of the work that your teams are using and all of their tools for what value is shipped to customers end to end. For example, let's say you wanted to improve development efficiency. A dev lead can look at DORA metrics, which are kind of best practices for assessing how that is doing, at the team level in Compass or Jira software. And now, a CTO or a VP of engineering can use Atlassian Analytics to view DORA metrics at that individual team level, or teams of teams, programs, portfolios, or slice and dice and aggregate across them. You can also build out custom financial dashboards for each of your portfolios in Jira Align to track what you've budgeted versus what you've actually spent. Kind of an important thing to make sure you're across. And you can also view your flow metrics across your org to really identify where things are getting held up or where you might need to rebalance resources. And via the OKR hub in Jira Align, you can also see what's at risk or dive into work streams that are off track and see what's going on in that area across your org. And this is cool. When you're ready to share the data, it's really as simple as copying and pasting a link. The smart links can embed any Atlassian Analytics dashboard anywhere on the Atlassian platform. So I use them regularly to put them in like an Atlas ticket or a Confluence page or a Jira software issue when I really need to show like, hey, this is the point I'm making with data. This combination helps you turn on the lights for all of your critical business decisions. Okay, we've covered a lot. So these are the top 3 things I want you to remember. And if my boss quizzes you later, and he is here, hopefully you get them right. First, building products is impossible alone. Atlassian is making it a team sport across the entire software lifecycle, which now includes the discovery phase. Second, Atlassian has the industry's only open tool chain to ensure your teams can use the best tool that they need for their job. Third, we connect all of those tools into our connected data foundation for our end-to-end visibility across your entire organization. I was about to just say that's it, but wait a minute, how could I forget some of the top voted things for Jira that I'm going to rapid fire through here really quick? These were some of the highest voted on our public issue tracker, so I know that you're going to love them. First thing, memorize Command K. This will pop open our new command palette in Jira, so you can do crazy things like update a Jira issue without even clicking, and that's seriously the tip of the iceberg. And you can turn this on as part of Jira Labs today. So go take it for a spin and let your mind go crazy. But one of my favorite use cases for the command palette is that you can change any of your Jiras to dark theme. Yay! Let there be dark. So now that's it. A big thanks to Suzie and to all of you guys for joining me today. And just remember, when it works, you know that Atlassian was evolved.